Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this is a long overdue one. I'm gonna cut right to the chase. It's the RWBY Volume 8 review. There are a couple of reasons why I've been putting this one off for so long, as well as why scripting this took forever. There are some points in this one that I forgot to mention in the Volume 7 review, so that's why I'm going to bring them up here last minute. And some of my opinions from Volume 7 might have changed a bit over time because of this volume. Okay, now to get right down to it, Ironwood was done dirty, admittedly, this season, as he was better off as morally grey as he was in Season 7. I'll get into his actions one by one and explain why each action was as bad as it was, even for his character. Ironwood gets chewed out, much to his own annoyance, by the council, and his response? Fucking murder one of them to eliminate the previous plotline from existence moving forward. Much to the horror of the other Aesops, sans Harry, who just callously looks away from Winter after their eyes meet. The first one is obvious. Ironwood's next move is to torture Arthur Watson to compliance and cooperation in a teeth-clenched teamwork situation that causes Penny to get hacked, which was obviously doomed to happen from the start. Ironwood is just begging for death with every single action he takes. Next, Ironwood tries to suicide bomb the whale outside, using his operatives to deliver it out on foot, even though it would kill every last one of them. It fails because Oscar blows up the whale from the inside. Ironwood tries to use Yang, Jean, and Ren's lives as leverage to get Penny back, only to then be told by Harriet the bitchy bunny that Winter let them go, hence his immediate anger. Then, when that fails, he uses the bomb to try and threaten Mantle's many civilian and huntsman lives, with the hope that Penny surrenders to him, returns to Atlas to open the vault. Ironwood fails to realize that Team RWBY, the terrorists, would never work with genocidal maniacs. Okay, just one thing about the whole Team RWBY, the terrorists thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get into real quick why I'm calling them this, because later on, you'll know. Yeah, they're called terrorists because they literally do nothing to help the city. I'll get more in depth on that later. Okay, now back to what I have here. When Mara finally gets fed up by Ironwood's dropping sanity levels, he angrily quits the Aesops, and Ironwood's next action is to try and murder Marrow in response, only to be saved by Winter, who takes him out of the room. They both escape, having defected from Ironwood's group. When Watts releases Ironwood from prison, the first move he makes is to kill Jacques Schnee, despite him remaining in prison the entire season, hence temporarily making me conflicted on whether not to hate Ironwood still. Ironwood's next move is to try and kill Winter directly once he realizes during the prior fight and his imprisonment, only to be beaten by the latter. As a result of all of these actions over time, Ironwood has lost everyone by the end. After Salem and Cinder leave Ironwood and Watts to die, it's Ironwood's death that ends up being overkill. The Aesops have the most boring and... Okay, now for the point from Volume 7. The Aesops have the most boring and bland designs and personalities, which I've forgotten to note in my Volume 7 review. So I'm saying that now. Characters were either out of character or bipolar this entire season. Just ask Yang, when in the whale, noticeably changed her tone from scared and serious to attempting to make a joke the very next second. Harriet was a bitch who stayed that way until her heel face turn, which was unearned, by the way, and she was responsible for killing Vine at the end of the season. Cinder's backstory was displayed way too late. Nobody cares about either Salem or Cinder anymore, not even me. Cinder's backstory only amounts to kill them all. We don't even know how she met Salem nor why she wants power in the first place. Cinder's backstory was absolutely unoriginal. It's just Cinderella only if she directly killed her abusers instead of letting karma do it for her. Although the shadows are justified in their fight, which would have been very interesting to see Cinder and Rhodes use. I mean, the shadows are justified. Granted, they're in a dark and cramped storage room. They also don't use the background in their fight, which would have been very interesting to see Cinder and Rhodes use. The only good thing from this backstory was the song "Awake" for "Okay Goodnight." Cinder, during the backstory, is physically weak from the abuse throughout, but strong enough to crush her abuser's trachea, killing her. The fucking power levels in this show are noticeably shit over time. Penny dying was just pointless in the end, as again, Pyrrha died thinking she killed someone. That is why I will forever consider Penny's return in Volume 7 a mistake that the writers made. Even though I hate this volume even more than others, I loved what full songs we did get from the soundtrack. I absolutely hate this season a whole lot more, in part because of it coming out 2 days after my little brother died. Going into this season, which was clearly labeled a tragedy, clearly had a hand in my own horrible mental health. That's why I absolutely despise this season more than season 6, despite that one being hated by yours truly for the way Adam was handled before he was ruthlessly murdered. The personal tragedy in my home life is the reason why I've held off on uploading this, but also because of my motivation to upload significantly decreasing because of my own grief as well. Rewatching RWBY Volume 8 now only gives me massive headaches due to stress, my trauma, and annoyance. As a result of all of this, I will be waiting a good while before I ever consider watching RWBY's future seasons for the time being. I will be back, but it won't be as soon as Volume 9 is featured. Sure, I'll watch it burn to the dumpster fire it's become, but I'm going to work on my own projects in the meantime while I wait for the perfect opportunity to return to watching the series, assuming cock dentures will still be around by the time I get back. I hope to see you all again soon for everything else eventually, and I hope you all have a great day, week, month, whatever, and I'll see you guys later. God, that got me a little winded, but honestly, yeah, I hope that was enough to explain why I hate this season a whole lot more than I hate season 6. Season 7 was meh at best. Still bad, but at least Ironwood was morally gray. The writers and characters treated Ironwood like the villain until he decided, hey, fuck it. Hey, if people say I'm the villain, fuck it. I'm the villain now. And, Jesus fucking Christ. A part of me wants to die. At the same time, I'm not going to die. Because I'm too stubborn to. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. I hope you guys have a good day, afternoon, evening, or night. Have a good week, month, whatever is going on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't worry, at the time of scripting this, my motivation was severely decreasing, but at least now it's starting to come back, so you will have more content coming at some point. With that in mind, I will see you guys in the next video.